Dr. Karen Perkins, and we are here live at the Speaking Empire Speaking and Marketing Academy #2. And I am with somebody I love to see at these events. Absolutely love, love, love Susan. Susan Mazza, right? So I have to make sure I say the last names right. Susan has got a lot of talent and a lot of gifts and a lot to share with the world. But Susan, I would love it if you would tell them yourself a little bit about you and what you do.
Okay. Well, my message is about leadership. You know, I spent quite a few years in the corporate world, and one of the things I saw is that we've created leadership to be this lofty ideal, something that seems unreachable or confusing for the people who don't just naturally get it. And so I've made it my mission to help bridge the gap between the theory of leadership and the actual practical action of leadership. And I fundamentally believe that committing an act of leadership could be as simple as committing an act of kindness.
Yeah.
And people just need to know where to look, and they need to add a little courage. And so what I do is I work with people to help them access their power, to elevate their leadership, to make the difference and the impact that they want to make with and through other people.
I love that. And really it's through the leaders that everything else is taken care of.
Well, that's right.
I mean, you know, we follow the leaders.
That's right. And you know, in particular, I specifically work with women. I mean, I work with both men and women, but when it comes to the very focused leadership development work that I'm doing right now, I'm very focused on women. And one of the reasons is because I think a lot of women tend to try to do everything all by themselves.
Yeah.
Have
Delegation
a hard time.
is not necessarily a strong point for most.
That's
yeah.
right. And I think in the process of not asking for help and even when it comes to their network, that women limit the impact that they can make in the world, and they have extraordinary gifts, and I want to see those gifts fully realized.
Oh, that is beautiful. Now, if you were to pick a strategy that's working for you, and maybe even for these women that you're giving them, what would that strategy be?
Well, I think when it comes to, for women who are looking to both elevate their own leadership and cultivating leadership in others, you know, one of the strategies that I teach is to recognize what I call the 3 fundamental acts of leadership: speaking up, stepping up, and standing up. And once they learn to identify those 3 elements of leadership, what they look like in very specific actions, that they can begin to see opportunities to lead so they can seize them. You know, it's a bit like riding a bicycle, right? You don't learn balance, you don't learn to ride a bicycle, you have to get on, right? And what happens, a lot of people are hesitant to step up or to speak up or to take a stand for something because they don't know what to do after that. And once I can kind of get people to take those first steps, they even if they wobble around a little bit, right, they get a sense of who they are. And the more they do that, the more they grow, and the more they step out of themselves and out of their comfort zone.
Oh, that is awesome. Now, I tell you, they've asked us to step a little bit out of our comfort zone here. Would you agree with that?
No doubt about it.
In addition to that, though, I know there's been a lot of wow moments. What would be your biggest wow moment you've gotten in the last couple of days?
Well, is it okay if I share a wow moment that I've gotten since I began to work? So first time I came to an event was back in July, right? Yeah. And so I went from someone who's a very competent speaker, you know, speaking in front of, you know, fairly large groups of people, but I had an opportunity to speak on a very large stage in front of 700 people in a performing arts center. And I knew I was a good speaker, but I wasn't ready for that. That was like a whole different level. And I spent a day with Dave and Dustin. And out of that day, I took myself to a whole new level of what I'm capable of doing. So when I sit in this room, there are so many individual nuggets of things. But one of the reasons that has me come back here is that the people here, the level of who they are, the difference they want to make in the world is unparalleled. And I've been to a lot of marketing events, but this is absolutely the place that I want to be.
Oh, amen to that, amen to that. Well, now I know we need help with leadership, especially women, but men as well. And they need an expert like you to lead them to their greatness in leadership. So how would they contact you so that you can work with them?
Well, the best way is to, if you want to learn more about my work and what I have to say about leadership, I have a blog. It's Random Acts of Leadership, kind of like Random Acts of Kindness, randomactsofleadership.com. Or you can send me an email at susan@randomactsofleadership.com.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay, everyone, we all are leaders and we need to step up and lead, and we lead right. So contact Susan. So nice to see you again, Susan.
Great to see you too. Thanks.